Good afternoon. My name's Andrew Watson and I'm East Anglian Regional Coordinator for NO2ID, the campaign against identity cards and the database state. Now, a couple of days ago we saw Damien Green, Minister at the Home Office, publicly shredding the last of the disks used to store the National Identity Register, the database behind the identity card scheme, thereby putting the much reviled ID card scheme beyond use. As a reciprocal gesture, today I'm going to be publicly destroying some of the materials that NO2ID used to oppose the identity card scheme. We will be destroying these leaflets, very effective two-sided A5 leaflet used on the street to oppose identity cards, pointing out that they would not stop fraud, terrorism or illegal immigration, but would be very costly both in terms of cash and indeed the public's privacy. I have here copies of correspondence in the local papers where identity card campaigners very effectively countered the arguments put by the few correspondents who were in favour of ID cards. NO2ID used this trifold leaflet to campaign against identity cards for the last 5 years. We'll be putting those beyond use today. And finally, I'll be decommissioning copies of the NO2ID pledge, in which campaigners and others solemnly promised not to register for a national identity card or to supply personal details or fingerprints for the National Identity Register. So I'm going to decommission this copy of the pledge. Although NO2ID is now no longer campaigning against the ID card scheme, we do of course remain here to campaign against other database state initiatives, including e-borders, the scheme to gather all of your travel data for international travel on boats and aircraft, and to store details about your foreign travel on a database in Manchester for 10 years, and the automatic number plate recognition scheme, which stores information about your travel by car in a database in Hendon for at least 2 years. These unwarranted data collection schemes should be consigned to history in just the same way as the identity card, and we continue to campaign for this.